A number of years ago, Barclays Center, as I recall, Brooklyn, as I recall, bus full of people, Conor and a crew break in. I believe they broke into the arena. I don't believe they had passes. They attacked the bus. There was a dolly involved. There was lawsuits involved. There was glass. It was a thing. It was a crime. It was an absolute crime. It was treated as such. Conor put on the suit with the handcuffs and stood before, I believe in New York they call it a magistrate. A magistrate? It's a judge. I didn't really get it. I didn't really get it. I did not really think that Khabib slapped Artem. I know Artem, and I don't think that Artem felt that he was slapped. I think that Khabib came up and in talking to him, guys will kind of grab each other. He kind of grabbed him. It was almost a nice embrace. That would be very open for interpretation, but almost. I think that Khabib was kind of trying to pull him in. He kind of pulled him forehead to forehead. He kind of lowered his voice so other people didn't hear. But there was a moment, it's called a collar tie. There was a moment when Khabib grabbed him that Artem pulled back. But outside of that pullback, it was far closer to an embrace. It really was. Now, Khabib had guys with him. And that it changes things. It can change because if you're being attacked, that's largely, even according to the law, open to interpretation, and your interpretation, should you respond, needs to be reasonable. So I'm just sharing, if Khabib is to walk up, who's known as a nice guy, but he's got this heat with Conor, it involves Artem, they're alone, he's got a team with him, it could be a thing. And it turned out to be one. And I didn't really get it. And then I just saw a video. In Thailand where some guys cornered Nate Diaz. And I got a lot of problems with this video. And all of a sudden, I'm understanding Conor's perspective completely different, because I will tell you, my blood was boiling. First off, to my understanding, Nate is out there working. He is a guest. To my understanding, Nate and Jon Jones are doing like a version of The Ultimate Fighter. It's not The Ultimate Fighter. That's a specific product owned by the Ultimate Fighting Championship, but it's like that. And everything's cool in the gang. And some guy comes in, from what I can see in this video, and he's looking for attention. He's looking for attention. He also is a little bit of a handful. Like this isn't some comic. This dude looks like a loose wire. It was premeditated. He had people. And Nate was cornered to a degree. I'm just letting you know, if that happens again, you could take this as however you want to take this. If that happens again, there's going to be an issue. I have already spoke with Gilbert Melendez. I will assure you, we will be going out there. You interpret that however you want. And I assure you, as we're going there, we are going to be collecting people. And we know lots of people. Pierre goes through Thailand and trains. Drickus goes through Thailand and trains. Adesanya goes through Thailand and trains. I'm just sharing with you. Our Rolodex is quite vast. And I don't know what that was, and that isn't my business, quite frankly. Maybe Nate's got no problem with it. For all I know, there was some producer. They worked something. Sometimes those things happen, but it's not what it looked like. It looked like a nut. Looked like some jerk. It was looking for attention, but he also was creating a bit of a dangerous environment. And I had something like that happen to me a number of years ago. Vanderlei Silva and I have made up, and Dita and I have made up. It's all fine, but I will just share with you, in that moment of being in a different country, a foreign land, of being surrounded by languages that I didn't understand, of being outnumbered, and then being in an environment where I'm trapped. I will just share with you. It doesn't matter how brave you are, how skilled you are. You are going to feel a certain way. And the next day, when you've got to come back to the same place and do your job again and trust that Dum Dum and his buddies don't come back, but that's not your only thought. Your only thought is, well, I hope Dum Dum and his buddies don't come back. It's not. Your thought is also, if Dum Dum and his buddies come back, I'm going to go first. We now don't have anything to talk about. I don't have to wonder your intentions. The moment I see you, we're going. Regardless of how many you got or how this is going to end. But I made that mistake yesterday of standing back and doing nothing and letting you come to me. If you somehow gain access to the property, I now don't have to wonder your intentions. And I'm sharing with you, I don't fully know what that video was. But if that happens again, Gilbert and I will be headed to Thailand to find out what that was.